Some people, Lewis, glamour is the most important thing about Monaco Grand Prix weekend, but I would assume for you it's overwhelmingly the racing, but it is a bit different here, isn't it?
It is. The whole experience of being in Monaco, it's really unique, and we don't really get to experience all that the fans and the spectators get, sit on the boats and living the sort of glamorous life. We don't get to do that. We're here to work. I'd rather be doing that than sitting on the boat watching.
Good man. But when was the first time that the Monaco Grand Prix made an impression on you as a race, as a spectator, as a young lad?
I think it was when I first started watching Formula One. It was the red and white car, going around the track and watching Ayrton Senna and Alan Prost race together. It was always my dream to race here in one of those cars, and it's not a red and white car, but it's it is one of those cars, the McLaren Mercedes. It's awesome. It's awesome. I've learned a lot from watching Ayrton, and I've watched lots of footage of him racing here, and he was something else. And that really drives me to try and do the same as he's done. When I drive the circuit, I know I've got God with me. I know I've got support of my team, my family, and sometimes I just wonder whether he's with me trying to help me around. Because I'm really quick around here.
You're one of the few drivers who gets out of a car after a Monaco qualifying session with a big wide smile on your face. It is that enjoyable, is it, to be... we've got to be touching the wall, touching the barriers at so many points on this circuit, haven't we?
Yeah, you have, but it's about using all the road. And, I kissed the barrier a couple of times. I French kissed the barrier on Thursday. But, that's the way it goes. That's a part of the learning curve. But when I do get out of the car, there is always a smile on my face.
How is that relationship with your engineers developing? Because they seem to be jumping up and down as much in the pit lane as you're smiling in the car these days.
We've got a great relationship. They work extremely hard. They're obviously really excited to see me as a rookie coming in and trying to see what I can do. And when I got out of the car on Thursday, they didn't. They just smiled. They said, this is part of it, and it was great to see them smile. And then when we have good moments, they've got even a bigger smile on their face.
When you see down the years what has happened at Saint-Devote, the first corner, how important is it for you to be on the front row of the grid and be able to maybe manage what happens on that first lap a little bit more than others?
It's so tight. The going up to the first corner is quite wide, but then it just gets really tight, very narrow. And if you're at the front, you can avoid getting caught up with all the monkeys at the back.